Hello, my name's Adam from New Forest Physiotherapy Clinic, and I've had an interest in running injuries. I've done a lot of running myself. I've run 2 marathons, and I've done a lot of work with the military, where running is a big part of the training. So I have a lot of experience treating with running type problems.
Hi folks, my name's Ollie. I run a company in Southampton called Solent Athletes, and I'm a running coach and strength and conditioning coach. I also obviously work with a lot of runners in terms of technique work, strength and conditioning and injury prevention across pretty much all endurance sports.
So today we're going to talk about iliotibial band problems. Very common problem for runners. The iliotibial band is a band of fascia that actually comes down the outside aspect of the leg, comes from above the hip, down over the lateral aspect of the knee. It's often very much neglected by runners. Runners will stretch their hamstrings and their quads and their calf, but often they forget to stretch the iliotibial band. Now, tightness within the iliotibial band can cause knee problems. If it's very tight, what it will do is it will actually pull the kneecap laterally, leading to anterior knee pain. The other problems it can cause is bursitis. Over the hip we have a sac filled with fluid to reduce friction where the band goes over the bony part of the hip, and if it's very tight it can cause inflammation within that bursa, and it can also lead to problems with trigger points and tightness in your glutes, in the muscle called piriformis and your glute med muscle. Ollie's just going to take us through some stretches.
Alright folks, so we're going to start off working through some stuff on the foam roller, okay? So Alan's going to be my model for me, okay? So I'm going to take the foam roller, I'm going to take it down to the floor. He's going to take himself onto his side, starting with the foam roller just above the knee, okay? Now you can use your hands and your legs to sort of control the amount of pressure that you're putting in. You're going to gradually work yourself from the knee up towards the hip, just very slowly rolling backwards and forwards, just to help ease out and release any tension that there is within that band of fascia, that iliotibial band. Okay, and you work yourself up and down. We find at a point of particular tightness, we can spend a little bit more time stopping at that point, working over it slowly. That's it. Let's just slow it down over that particular point, working backwards and forwards. You can also rotate from side to side as well, and that will also help with that. Okay, so that's a great way of getting in there and starting to release things. Okay, now as Adam said, tightness in the IT band can also cause pain in your glutes, okay, in your butt essentially. So another tool we can use for that is going to switch to a lacrosse ball. You can use anything like that. You can use like a tennis ball, a spiky massage ball, anything like that. Okay. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take a lacrosse ball in this case up against the floor. We're going to place it just on the side of your glute, okay, the side of your butt. So Adam's going to do that, and then what he's going to do is going to put that between the floor and his glute. He's just going to apply some pressure in there, working into any tight areas. You'll feel the tight areas because they'll be sore. Okay, so you're going to work into those tight areas, just moving around through the glute and working out any tension, any tightness, any knots as well. Okay, spend a good couple of minutes on each side. Make sure you do both sides, both with the foam roller and with the massage ball. Okay. You can also do this with the foam roller if you want something that's a little bit broader as well. Okay, exactly the same thing. Foam roller in the side there, and you're just rolling onto it. All right, so we'll just give a quick demo of that as well. So just take ourselves onto the side, get that foam roller seated onto the side of the glute there, and then again control the amount of pressure you want to put through into the glute with the foam roller. Just working backwards and forwards as well, taking your time as you're moving backwards and forwards. Okay. So foam rolling and trigger point work, great way to relieve any tension, pain, anything like that. In terms of stretching it, a couple of good things we can do. The first one is actually a yoga pose. Okay, it's called pigeon pose. We're both going to go through this together. Okay, so the way to get into that position is to start off going onto all fours. Okay, and what we're going to do, we're going to go stretch the right leg first. We're going to bring our right leg out in front of us. We're going to lay it across the body, like so, okay? Now if we can't get it all the way so it's parallel with the body, that's absolutely fine. Just get it at an angle that's comfortable. And what we're going to do, we're just going to try and sit back and down onto it and just feel that stretch. You feel that stretch through your glute and then down into your IT band. Alright, now if you can, if this is comfortable, what we can do then is we can come down onto the elbows as well. We can come down to the elbows and that's just going to increase the stretch a little bit. We're trying to get the hips as close to the floor as we can, especially that outside hip here, okay, on the, for example, on the right leg here. Alright, when we want to come out and stretch, both hands onto the floor. I'm just going to bring that leg back to all fours. Okay, another good stretch that we can do as well, we bring ourselves to seated. Feet flat on the floor, similar variation, but just something a little bit more accessible. We can bring one leg across the body, we can wrap the arms around it, and we can pull the knee in towards the chest, okay? And again, that's going to stretch out through the glutes and through the RT band as well. Alright, good stuff. Thanks very much, folks. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.